Hello, my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell of when you'd like to be notified of when I put a new video out. And I hope that you're doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. And I know the holidays are kind of rough all around, but hopefully, if you're going through a rough patch, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to join me for a little while, forget about things, you can join me in meeting the Witch's Year, Modern Magic, and 52 cards. And this deck was created by Clare, Gogerty, and it was published by David and Charles, released September 13th of 2022, so it's been around for a little while. And at that time, it retailed for $16.99. And Clare has a couple of other decks, the Witch's Shadow Work Oracle and the Magic of Seeds. And this deck, the box specs are 5.88 height, across is 3.75, and the width is 1.62. And the title, which I'm really happy about, is on all the sides of the deck. So you can stack these any way that you want, but I stack mine like this. And on the back, it says, a year-long magical adventure to enrich and enchant your life. Based on the cycles of nature and the seasons, this card deck will give you the tools and knowledge you need to unveil the magic that surrounds you and activate your hidden power. Learn how to tap into the healing power of plants, the pull of the moon, the wisdom of trees, and the spiritual rewards of creativity to enrich your journey and sprinkle magic over every day. And then you got your little teaser cards, and it just opens up, and you got the top of the box. And it comes with this little insert. I think there's like insert guidebook. It's about 14 pages long, so we'll go into that after we look at the cards. And there's no ribbon or anything, you just have to pour them out. And there is an insert. I don't know why they put this insert in. It's removable. I don't know, to maybe make the box fit the cards. I don't know. But you could take it out. You don't have to have the insert. It doesn't hold the cards or anything, so I'm kind of baffled. But anyway, the cards are bigger than your regular tarot cards, as you can see, if you need a visual, as they are. And the size of the cards are 5.5 by 3.25, and the width is about 3/4 of an inch. And there are 52 cards in here. And this deck, I honestly believe that it's a good introductory deck. It's not very deep, and it just, in my opinion, it feels like it lightly touches on certain Sabbats. And this is based off the Wheel of the Year. And I also think that this is also a good introductory if you are just exploring the Wheel of the Year. You don't have to be a pagan. You don't have to be a witch. You can just observe the seasons and try to be in tune with them better. I like the Wheel of the Year because it guides me into doing certain things during certain seasons and equinoxes and so on and so forth. I'm not a practicing witch. I've been called a heathen many times, but I do like the Wheel of the Year. I just wanted to throw that out. And it is divided into the Wheel of the Year, with each section representing each of the 8 Sabbats. And each of the Sabbats have their own color. As you can see, they're all color coordinated. So, and the first card of each section gives you the introduction to the Sabbat. And the other cards have plants, crystals, rituals, spells, different forms of divination, and various things you can use if you wish in your witchcraft or just everyday life, or if you're observing the different Sabbats and you have an interest in crystals or plants and so on. You kind of get I hope you get the idea. I hope I'm good at explaining this because sometimes I ramble. And so our first section is the Sabbat, and there's also there's not an equal amount in each Sabbat, equal cards, I should say. So we'll start off with Samhain, and it gives you an introduction and a little what you could do during that time, and then on the back it gives you just a background on it. And like I said, this is really good if you are interested in learning about, if you're just starting off and you're interested in learning about the different Sabbats, or if you already know about them, this could be a good, this could be a good altar card for you. You can just stick it on your little card holder and, you know, it'd be a good altar card as well. And it gives you how to pronounce it as well. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit better. Focus. Aha, there we go. All right, so we have the Sabbath and the date that it's traditionally held on. And then we have the opposition, which is Beltane. Gives you a little bit of information, and then history. And then for the modern witch. And then it gives you Samhain falls on October 31st in the northern hemisphere, and then for the southern hemisphere it will be around April 30th. Okay. And then in this section we are introduced to scrying, and like with the other one, it basically just gives you some bits and pieces about what scrying is about and how to do it, if you're interested in learning about different other forms of divination. And then we have the plants for Samhain that you could use for your practice, and it just gives you a few suggestions. Then we have crystals, if you are into crystals as well. And then on the back it gives you some suggestions that you could use during Samhain. And then we have a spell. We have a New Year's spell. And it gives you the spell and all the ingredients that you need, that if you wish to use this during that time. Then we have a ritual. And then we have a ritual for departed souls. And it just gives you on if you're interested in doing that as well. Then we move into the winter solstice. And same thing, gives you the background on it and when it happens. And then we have the moon. If you want to get introduced to the different phases of the moon, And if you want to incorporate them into your life, and it gives you the different phases of the moon and just definitions of what they mean. Then we have plants for the winter solstice. These are just the same plants you can use for that time. Then we have crystals. And we have these crystals that you can use during that. And it also gives you a little bit about your chakra. Then we have a hopeful spell. And you can use that one. And it gives you all you need for that one. Then we have moon rituals. And to make moon water. Then we move on to the darkest night ritual. It gives you what you can do for that one. And then we move into embolic. Same thing. Go into the background and the date and a little bit of information, and then when it happens in the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere. Then we have the plants that you can use for that time again. Then we have our crystals. We have a torch ritual. Gives you all the stuff about that. And a goddess ritual. To celebrate Bridget. Okay, and then we move into Ostara. It gives you, basically it's just rinse and repeat, except for a few little different changes. And then we have magical creatures. And then we have different ones. We have a welcome spell to welcome a new animal companion. Then we go into the plants for Ostara. We have the crystals you can work with during this time if you so wish. Then we have a new beginnings ritual. Oop. Trying to straighten it up. And then we have a fertility ritual. Then we move on to Beltane. Gives you the background and just basically about it. Dates. Then we have some runes. A little introductory to runes. Then we have tarot. Give you a little introductory to that. plants. And I have read in Amazon, because I did get this through Amazon, and there were some comments, and you got your crystals, that some people felt that there shouldn't have been a deck, that this would have been better used as a book. And I kind of disagree. I like cards. I like books and cards. But for something like this, cards are a lot easier. And then you got your love ritual. For something like this, you want to put this up on your table and hold it up like this. Whereas if you had it in a book, you'd have to open it wide up, and you have to prop it open, and it would just. But that's just my opinion. But I just wanted to bring that up. And then we have a fire ritual. Then we have the summer solstice. Introduce to that. And you got your date when that happens. Then we have the magic circle. We have casting a circle. Plants. And I think if I would have done this deck myself, I would have basically, and then we have crystals, I would have basically done the intro card, and then we have the suggestions for that. The intro card, plants, crystals that you could use specifically for that certain Sabbath, and then did and then we have some midsummer spells, and did just a general, instead of putting some of these in categories for the Sabbath, because some of these you can do all year long. We have a sun ritual. Yeah, that would be one of the changes I would have made. But it's still a useful deck. Okay. Lunasa is next. I do believe that's the way you pronounce it, Lunasa. Okay. And then we get the history on it. We have dowsing. Which is pendulum, basically. Okay, then we have the pendulum again. We have the plants. We have the crystals. And we have our harvest ritual. We have gratitude spell. And then the last one is Mabon. We have the magic of trees. Little introduction to different trees. We have the plants. We have crystals. Then we have the autumn rituals. And the autumn equinox ritual. And that is the deck. Okay, so go ahead and explore this little guidebook. And so we've got basically an introduction and how to use the cards. Then we have working with the 4 elements. It just goes into magic work and gives you the different direction, meaning, season, astrological signs, colors, and tools. Then you have the actual Wheel of the Year. And it just goes into the background of it. Like I said, this is a really good deck for an introductory to it, or just like if you want to use altar cards for that time. And then we go into the breakdown of the 8 Sabbats, the 4 main ones, and then we have the 4 minors. I don't know why she didn't put Yule and Letha on there. I don't know why she didn't do that. But it is what it is. And then we have what a witch needs: tools to make your magic fly. It just goes through the different things you can use if you so choose. We got more. Then we have a witch's herbal, crystal magic, casting a spell, and the ethics of spell working. And how to cast a spell. And then we got a little blurb for the author and her Instagram. And that's pretty much it. So, so right now we are, I do believe the winter solstice is coming up. Let's see what it says in here. So, yeah, which will be the 21st for the northern hemisphere, and if you're the southern hemisphere, it will be around June 21st. Okay, so that is basically all I have for this deck. It is a unusual deck, but it just caught my eye, and I thought it was interesting because I would like to get more into the Wheel of the Year, and I thought these would be pretty neat to kind of help me to observe that. But let me know in the comments below if you own it, how it's working out for you, and different ways for suggestions of using it if you are using it. If it's not for you, you can say that as well, and just say pros and cons. I'm always interested because other people are interested in decks, and if you can help them out also, that would be appreciated, because I may have missed something, and I'm always welcome to feedback. And once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care, and goodbye, my dears.